Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Oliver, hello. Mafu, for you. We got a big boom. Ooh. Did you hear that? Let me know in chat if you heard that. If you heard the applause.
Bezu77 just redeemed Big Boom.
Sandrine, hello. Oliver says we heard. Okay, I'm on a different setup than what I normally am, so I'm just making sure everything is working the way it should. Okay, Sandrine, it is wonderful to see you. I hope you are doing well. Mafu, hello. Thank you for jumping in, and thank you for the big boom. Elena, thank you for the big boom. Feels good, actually. I like that. Oliver, we got a lot to deal with you today. Right before the stream, I came through and started updating a bunch of my apps. And I realized, like, I had old Premiere apps, I had old After Effects apps, so I was deleting that stuff. I was updating, other apps, and we have the new update in Lightroom Classic. There's a lot of little features that are going to be coming through Adobe Camera Raw, Lightroom Classic, and Lightroom. So we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit to begin with. And that's the plan of attack. And then, if we get to it, we'll get to it. We're going to start making a Behance project. But let me jump over here and actually get set up. I uploaded my Lightroom Classic right before the stream, and I tried to open it and it had to like update my catalog. Don't you love an update just before a big job? Sandrine, I know what you have been going through. And that sucks. That sucks. Okay, what am I doing? Let's take care of some introductions. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kozel. I'm a photographer. I am based in Germany. Wherever you are watching this, I hope you can see a Linktree link within the description. It'll look something like that. And it will take you to every place I am on the interwebs. If you want to take part in the community challenge, you're going to want to join my Discord, because that's where you're going to post your work. And we'll be looking at Oliver shortly, but this is where you can find me every place I am on the interwebs. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, Twitch, like, subscribe, follow, hit the thumb icon, the bell icon, whatever icon. If there's an icon, hit it, except for the down thumb. And thank you so much. If you would like, I waved my cane at random people a few times. Volcano green, lava orange. Rightfully so, Sandrine. Sometimes I felt all the bugs landed on my lap. It can feel that way due to the fact of the pressure that you're on to do your job. I mean, yeah, that's understandably so. If you have a Behance page and you'd like to subscribe to me from here, you can, or you can always buy me a cup of joe if you like what I do. Jumping over into the Discord, Oliver posted what's new in Lightroom Classic, so we're going to take a look at some of these and talk about one important one that is not here. Sandrine says, yes, deadlines didn't help. So I was going to say, when do deadlines actually help? But I think they can be very helpful. So I don't want to say that. I've updated Lightroom Classic and the updated catalog. I'm just waiting to see now if it does anything dumb. Well, we're going to find out together, Oliver. Yeah, we'll find out together. So, let's jump over. Sandrine says never. Really? Yeah. There are people that are without the idea of a deadline. And speaking of deadlines, ours is July 2nd. People wouldn't do stuff. Why does Lightroom Classic create a whole new catalog at each major update? I don't know if... I don't know, Sandrine. Oliver may have some input on that, but it's a file format. I know I can delete the old ones, it's just I don't understand the logic. Well, what's weird is that the new file format for the catalog is not backwards compatible. It takes a backup of the old ones before it upgrades. And I can actually show that before we dive into this. And I know Oliver is gonna totally freak out, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Let me find my Lightroom. Okay. So the new Lightroom catalog is right here, Lightroom catalog 13-3. Now the strange thing, in the past what I've done is here's the old zips, the old catalogs right there. And I keep those. But first off, what Sandrine is talking about, see all of these updates? So if I look at, let's see, that's 2025. My God. Let's get info from that. This is 750 megs. So I can delete and clean up all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and do them all. You can delete these from inside Lightroom Classic now. You can? I don't. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Since we're talking about... Catalog settings backup. All right. Wait. That's going to be under catalog, backups. Okay, once a week. Yeah, that's where they're at. Mine aren't coming up because I have them on a different drive. You don't have any backups since updating. Good point. Okay, then let's do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so let's get into our Lightroom backups. Let's go ahead. We're going to get rid of all those. Get back here. Okay, there's tons of chat that I missed. It's used to upgrade into a new catalog and give the new one a new name, which is very annoying. Well, the funny thing is, Oliver, the new name, like the new name is 13-3. Where is my, I jump into here. This one is like 13-3-6-2. Something like that. Strange. Okay. They changed it a while back, so now it takes a backup of the old one before upgrading, so it doesn't need to use a new name. It lists them there now, or at least it's supposed to. I'm glad I managed to watch learning a new thing. You don't have any backup since upgrading. It's a bit hit and miss. I'm checking my end, but they're supposed to show in this list so you can manage them there. Version 13 was the last one they created, the new catalog. In version 14, they changed it to a new behavior. Okay, wait a minute. Lightroom. Let's go into our file, recent. So mine is not 14, mine is 13-3. That's what I'm running right now. And yeah, if you look down, I've got I've got a live stream, version 13, and just my catalog. So those two. So I'll have to update my live stream one at some point. But okay, before we start diving into this, let's empty my trash. Okay. So, first off, for anybody that is interested, we are doing a community challenge called Art in Nature. Create anything you would like, celebrating nature and the beauty within it. You're free to use any app, media, or artistic style to bring your vision to life. You will post your work to my Discord, which is right here. Challenges, Art in Nature. And our deadline is July 2nd. So it's coming up. It's coming up, people. So if you want to take part, please post your work. If you're looking for inspiration, we have a sheet with inspiration right there. And I like how this guy turned out. I do. I like how he turned out. Shawn, hello. This was a fun edit. Your version 13 will never change now. If you want to get rid of it, you can rename it, rename all the files which have it without it. I'm fine with it. Yeah, this was a fun edit. I like this. Doing something completely different that I really haven't done before in Lightroom. So that was a fun one. Okay, now we have Oliver's. A couple of woodland photos from a sunny fens back in May. Took these the day after the challenge started. Just took me a while to edit them. That is a nice edit. Really, I really like the play with light. Oliver says, I found it annoying that it would change my catalog name to version 11, version 12, version 13. So I used to clean out the old files and rename them back again. Okay. Really nice. Nicely done with the shadows. I like it. I like it. That is a cool tree. Clean edits. Clean edits. I like that. Nicely done. They're adding content credentials now. Produced by Oliver Andrews. Nicely done. Good job. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty much all we have to look at. Nobody else has posted any new work, but Oliver, thank you so much for taking part. Let's start. Let's dive into Lightroom Classic. Okay, the first one that is not talked about, but let's jump over here. Let's go to what's new. And this is for our June 2026. We have an improved subject masking. Improved select subject now delivers much more precise selections. Reliability distinguishing. Wait, I'm looking on a new lens to use in this challenge. Just haven't decided yet. Okay, distinguishing your subject from the background. Edit in Photoshop. 16-bit depth is now supported when editing HDR photos in Photoshop. So it will go 16-bit and come back 16-bit. So very important. Apple Neuro Engine support for denoise. So if you are working on any of the Apple M1s and above, the denoise is going to take seconds. I haven't tested it yet. I'm not working on my M3 right now, but if the Terry White was showing it off, and on a huge file, it took 9 seconds. So denoise is going to be way quicker. Okay, we have keyword sync to cloud. So let's talk about the keywording. All right, let's go ahead and close that. Keywording, as you know, if you've paid attention, you know I love keywords. Oliver says, ooh, nice. So denoise is now local. Yep. It's coming. The speed is coming to a Windows machine. Just wait. Shadow. Steon says, oh, that's so nice. I use denoise on my M4 in other apps, and it takes 2 seconds compared to minutes on my PC. It's supposed to be faster. So yeah, I don't know if you've done it today for 2 seconds, but all right, keywording. Let's go up here. We need to go into our preferences, and in our preferences, you are going to see over here Lightroom Sync. So you have, by default, it is turned off. You have to turn it on, and then once you turn it on, from that point on, when keywords are added, they will be synced. This doesn't grandfather your old keywords. So all of my images in this catalog, 89,000 images, the keywords will not be synced. But since I turned it on, from this point on, if I add a keyword, if I add it in Lightroom, the keyword will go from Lightroom to Lightroom Classic. If there's a keyword in Lightroom Classic, it's going to go from Lightroom Classic to Lightroom. It could be on the mobile, it could be on the web, it could be wherever you're using Lightroom. So now keywords will be synced. My synced is empty anyway at the moment. Okay. So that is really important. By default, it's turned off. Let's actually hit the learn more. US is fine. Okay. You can force sync existing images, but you have to do them manually. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. What is this? Caution, managing third-party online storage, syncing services, Lightroom Classic. In Lightroom Classic, when syncing with services like Microsoft OneDrive or Apple iCloud Drive, be mindful of unintentionally using up online storage. Oh, interesting. Exclude the location for Lightroom ecosystem images in your syncing clients, or specifically a different folder location in Lightroom Classic sync preferences to avoid uploading to your syncing services online. I don't know if you can bulk select and push multiples or if you have to do them one by one. I can't test because I've got sync disabled. For me, I'm not worried about it because I very, very, very rarely use Lightroom. Lightroom there's one or two features that's in Lightroom, not Lightroom Classic, that when I need them, they're there. I know where they are and I'll use it. Other than that, I'm not concerned. Okay, yep. We've got ooh, okay. Sync with Lightroom. Setting up collections for syncing. Yeah, okay, that's an old one. That's been there forever. Dator, hello. Okay, let's get down to syncing. Syncing keywords. Best practices. Yes. No, it's not. It's both ways, Oliver. This is new. Lightroom did not have keywords. There were no keywords. So with this, you can now add keywords in Lightroom. And as long as it's turned on in Lightroom Classic to be synced, it will sync from Lightroom to Lightroom Classic. Lightroom's had keywords for ages. Okay. I really don't use any other Lightroom than Classic, but it's good to know. It is. It's another tool in our toolkit, so we might as well be aware of what it does. Okay, we did all that. I showed all that. There's the viewing the keywords. Then you have to set up Lightroom sync preferences. So that's going to be, that's Lightroom Classic. Okay, we did that. All right, we did all that. Let's get back over to the Lightroom. For now, I think I'm going to turn this off. Just for the fun of it, we're going to have that off. So that is syncing. For some people, okay, wait. The other question is, will it sync the auto-generated keywords from Lightroom Web back to Lightroom Classic, or are they different? They're different. I don't think, how can I say this? Are you talking about the search keywording? Because the keyword search in Lightroom, because you don't have to have keywords in Lightroom, and you can search for specific people, locations, landscapes, cities even, and it'll bring up the photos. Now that is more like the search in Premiere. So that is a search feature. That is not a keyword feature. So I think that's what you're talking about, Oliver. I'm guessing. Okay. All right, let's get back into here. Get back to what's new. Okay, we talked about that. Duplicate detection. This is going to be interesting. Because I photograph, like, here's a prime example. When I'm taking an image, I usually take two, and it's very, very close to the same image. Will it think it's the same image? That's a question. So, let's go ahead. Let's put these into, let's not do the trees. Let's do this hike. Let's grab those. We are going to make a new collection, create a collection. I need to try that duplicate thing and also assisted culling. Assisted culling is great. It's getting better. Right now, it's more for portrait photography, but there are features that are going to be coming that it's going to be good for everybody. So, okay. So let's just call this a hike, and we're going to include our selected photos. Yes, please. I don't want to put this in a collection set. Set as a target collection. Nope. Sync with Lightroom. Nope, not needed. We're going to create. So now we have this collection. So if I come down and we jump over to assisted culling, and you know what? Let's do this really quick. Assisted culling doesn't. That's all supposed to be coming in the future. There's stuff coming. Sandrine says because that's what's prevented me not using Lightroom Classic over Bridge when managing some clients' asset libraries, because I thought, what's the point? It's here or there, whatever you would like to do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a subject focus. We don't have any eyes. We don't have any eye focused. We do, let's go ahead, hit exposure issues. And as you can see, the check marks are coming up immediately. And it's saying, hey, we got some problems. We have misfires and documents. All right, so as of right now, I have 20 selects, 22 selects, 5 rejects. And so you can go through and you can choose, show me the rejects. Now, this is funny because this is coming up as a reject. I edited this photo to look like this. And so with this, it's telling me that the subject focus score is 35. Okay, so if we get back out of here, and I can adjust this. I can say no, make it less, or I can say make it more. And if I make it more, now look how many. It's saying all of these are out of focus, which I know that they're not. But yeah, so you can find whatever your happy medium is. Same thing, you have adjustments for your exposure issues to be lenient, default, or strict. You can see your selects. They got the green check mark right there. The main point is tagging under overexposed shots blurry. Yes. Well, I mean, the one thing I really like about this is with eyes. this is one of the new things that have come up. They have the no eyes found. If you, before this update, if you had a group of people and you're taking a photo of a group of people at a party or whatever, and sometimes people blink, and it wouldn't recognize many faces. So now it will actually recognize many faces and tell you yes, 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 no, eyes are closed, yes, yes. So it will give you all of that information, which is nice, which is good. And so that is going to be our new culling. The duplicate, that's where we were going with that. Okay, let me turn off. I want to turn off all of our culling. All right, is the duplicate. Oh, the duplicate, am I blocking it? Let me turn off my lower third. Okay. Down here at the bottom, you're gonna see duplicates. Okay. If you don't see it, you can right click. Right click. Come on. Right click. You're gonna show me what's available. Okay, you're not going to. Fine. You can click on the duplicates. Okay. What if I'm taking pictures of people while they're sleeping? Well, their eyes are still going to be closed, but you can turn off the blinking. Lightroom Classic calls 999 and files shots under creepy. No obvious subject. Okay. All right, so this is the important thing. Duplicates view. Photos that look identical or near identical are grouped into stacks. The original is shown first, followed by its duplicates. Now, this does not, I'm kind of dark. This does not use file naming. I'm going to repeat. This does not use file naming. This is pixel recognizable. This is looking at the pixels of your image and is saying, okay, this one and this one. So, all right, let's go through this. Originals and duplicates. The header shows the current status of the duplicate detection, along with the totals, how many original photos were found, and how many duplicates were grouped. Down here, show hidden duplicates. Toggle to show hidden duplicates off and on. Start finding duplicates. Okay. Oh no, are you doing? No, stop. Oops. I thought that it did the duplicate in... Hi, Hyena. I thought it did the duplicate detection within your collection. It is doing it in your entire catalog. So if you have the same image in many catalogs, that's fine. They're all catalog wide. I see that now. We do not want to do that. We do not want to do that. So that is duplicate detection. I'm not going to run that while I'm streaming. Let's get out of that, please. Let's go ahead and hit G for grid. Oof. Okay. How are you, Hyena? I hope you're having a great day. Great when managing clients' photo archives. Yeah, it could be. I assume it would be. All right. Yeah, I'm not. No. Best done right before going for coffee, tea, pint, full meal, and a football match. I mean, I could open up our other catalog. General, hello there. I'll be leaving that in the same pause state as face detection and assisted culling. Yeah. Okay. We went through the assisted culling, able to see multiple faces now. So that's good. And it breaks it down. Background process indicator. Quickly see when the following processes are running in the background, i.e. face detection, AI culling, duplicate detection, address lookup, and autosave to XP. That's this. That was where we were up here. The library metadata and smart collection filters. All right. So there has been some new metadata. So up here under metadata, as you can see right now, this is kind of the default, whereas I've got date, camera, lens, and if there's a label. If you right click, come on. Where are you now? There, oh. All right, so you can set up these filters however you would like. Like we got day, month, date, file type, flag, export, blah, 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 blah. These are all the same. None of these have changed. If you come down to develop, now we have has AI, has generative AI, needs an AI update, which is that little round green arrow thing, AI edit required update, masking, remove manual, not AI. So if you ended up using AI, generative fill, generative remove, you can actually sync and look and see, oh, okay, do these have AI? So these are new filters that you can look and see. Now, if you take it into Photoshop and you use AI and bring it back, it still works. AI, all images, Adobe Illustrator. So that's new. Okay, let's keep going. The metadata, brush optimization for editing. I've never thought it's been improved. It's supposed to be more responsive when brush masking using a brush with a mask. I never felt it was not working well. Tether support for Canon cameras. This is something that has been asked for a long time. And what has happened, and I cannot remember the acronym, if somebody in chat remembers, but Canon tethering has a very specific language that they use. So Adobe would have to wait for Canon to send them the new tethering functionality for new cameras. And it was not on Cantherine. Oh, Gray, that's a good one. Gray Sweet Pants Bulge. Hello, Sweatpants. Sweatpants. Welcome in, and that is actually really freaking funny. Welcome in. By the way, let me switch sides here, and thank you, chat, for 100 messages. So Adobe has made a deal with Canon to actually get that given to them, that language given to them. So now Adobe, when a new camera comes out for Canon, Adobe can start working immediately on getting it tethered. It doesn't have to wait for Canon. So that's a plus. I have worked with clients, photographers that use Capture One instead of Lightroom Classic for tethering, and it came up as one of the reasons. Yeah, Capture One, there are some functionality that Lightroom Classic does not have. And some users, Capture One users, there are groups of them that act like bridge users, which they turn their nose up and look down on you if you're using Lightroom Classic. And the functionality of the tethering and what they're talking about is the fact that they can actually like send a link to somebody so they can sit there and watch the tethering on a different computer, stuff like this. I guess it's also a question of brand loyalty. Well, I honestly don't care what you use. In the studio that I was working in pre-COVID, there was one gentleman got Capture One, and oh my gosh, it was just non-stop. Capture One's got this, Capture One's got this, where'd you get this? And I'm like, great, cool, nice. Are you gonna give it to me for free? No? Okay. Sony user. How'd you guess? How'd you guess? I miss Lightroom. Why do you miss Lightroom, Gray? You shouldn't miss Lightroom. Lightroom should be like right there with you, always. You can just turn around. Oh, hi, Lightroom. Why do you miss it? I have to download the trial version. I found it easy to use, as easy as Lightroom Classic, not much difference. There's specific features. I take pictures. I don't care if you use Sony, if you use Canon, if you use Fuji, whatever it is. Take photos. Even your phone, take photos. I don't care. It's the art of photography that I love. Sony used to, maybe still do, give away Capture One Express with their cameras. Oh, gotcha. I still prefer Lightroom Classic. The UI is clearer. Nah, Adobe is a trash company, and $20 a month, no thanks. I'd rather shoot JPEG. Oof. The only JPEGs, and this is still like, Fuji has probably the best JPEG processors out there. And even the photographers that I talked to, I went to Photokina in Germany. I put on Fuji workshops showing off their entire array of cameras and talking with the photographers that actually use Fuji. I am not one of them. They shoot RAW and JPEG, both. And that way, when they bring it into Lightroom Classic or whatever program they use, they can actually see Fuji's processing next to the RAW file. So they can take what they like from the processing and tweak their RAW files to what they would like. Which, smart. I think that's really smart. I guess every camera has a RAW converter of their own. No reason to shoot JPEG. Retouchers will hate you. Sandering, yes. Here's my RAWs and my JPEGs. But you wouldn't send you wouldn't send both files to a retoucher. I can grade to match any camera color, including film stocks. Do you make Hyena? And for those of you that do not know Hyena is, let me jump into my Discord really quick. Hyena shared. Wow, that image, absolutely beautiful. And let's get into stream chat. No, you put them over here. No, you didn't. Where'd you put them? Oh, here you go. Some of these images. So are you creating presets or LUTs for some of your grading? I mean, your color grading, of course, as I said earlier this week, absolutely on point. I'm wondering if you're creating presets or LUTs. No, I prefer to grade from scratch. I enjoy the process. I applaud you. I have said, Oliver, I'll read your statement, your chat in a second. I love editing. And every single, I really don't use presets unless I'm doing full studio work. And I enjoy doing part of the art is the edit for me. So I really enjoy that. They all have their own raw processors, like Canon has Canon Digital Photo Professional, which no one uses. Thomas the Dank Engine? I don't know where that came from. Okay. Get back over. Let's see here. I think that's it for what is new in the June update. Yeah, Tethered is the last one. Okay. So if you haven't updated, make sure to update. There was like 9 updates today. So check out your Creative Cloud app. For the benefit of people who don't know me, I'm a Canon user, so my Canon snark is entirely justified. I'm down with that. Gray says, same, I enjoy editing in DaVinci Resolve. It's meditative. Another one. Like I said, I honestly am an Adobe community expert. There are other experts in chat. We have been with Adobe forever, and I've been on Adobe Live. I can't even recall how many Adobe Lives I've been on. I've been on Adobe Live UK, Adobe Live US, and I used to be an Adobe Express ambassador, so we have ties to Adobe here. But saying that, as long as you're taking pictures, I don't care what you use. You know, I'm not going to be jumping into anything else because of being an expert. So Lightroom is so convenient and easy to use, nothing compares. Are you talking about Lightroom or Lightroom Classic? This one or Lightroom? I'm just kind of worried. I'm curious, Gray. I mean, there's no reason that you have to pick one or the other anymore. One of the main reasons that I have stuck with Lightroom Classic is this navigation window right there. Damn, Lightroom does not have that. I made a few LUTs for people. A Porta 400 Classic Chrome, Classic Negative, and Kodak 2383, 2393 for film. Nice. I've been looking at Darktable, seems an interesting project. Trying to make an open source equivalent to Lightroom. It's not there yet, but it's good for free. Grace says, I prefer Classic. Gotcha, thank you. The only thing that counts is the choice is available so people can make their own sauce. Nobody will see what you use when they see the photos. That's true, Sandrine. Yeah, that's true. Nobody, well, almost nobody puts in made in Adobe Lightroom Classic. Made in Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic. The only thing about Lightroom, I mean, other than the navigation, I mean, there's other issues, and there's a lot of updates for Lightroom that I'm not going to be going over today. You can find Terry White's video if you're interested. Made in Microsoft Paint. No. While I'm just chatting, let me get back into here in case people are coming in. There we go. So I had a problem with the language, like folders, collections, changing the names of everything. That was weird. And this is, you know, back when this was Lightroom Cloud. I like I said, I use it when I need to. I really don't see myself wanting to jump over there. You've never used Lightroom. Oh, I have to open Lightroom now. I'm gonna have to open Lightroom. You've seen it, right? All right, hold on. I have to see what catalogs I've got. Adobe Camera Raw all day. Hyena, I don't know if I told you this story. So, ooh, 1 second, local devices, yes, please. All right, that's going to the community. All right, so over the years, I've done streams, Lightroom Classic versus Lightroom, and I take the same image and I do the exact same edits with the same all the way down and see the differences. And why am I in that screen? And see the differences. Then I did Lightroom Classic versus Adobe Camera Raw and saw the differences. And the differences were not pretty much in the global edits. They were more with just the fine-tuning edits, and it was a huge difference. Like Lightroom's Classic strength kicked both of their butts. And so there was an Adobe meeting, and this was before I was an expert or in the meetings with the team, with the developers, the community, the actual Adobe employees. And there was an Adobe Live, and the guy's like, well, you know, this engine is supposed to be, or the engine that is Adobe Camera Raw is the basis of Lightroom and Lightroom Classic. So they should work exactly the same. And I was like, no, it is not. And he's like, what? And so I emailed him my streams showing the difference. So over the last couple years, Adobe Camera Raw, Lightroom, Lightroom Classic has all leveled out. Now, with that being said, I'm going to share something with you that this is public. Let me find it, please. Okay, this is public, so it's okay. Now, Adobe Camera Raw, whenever any new feature, tool, improvement is being made for the photography ecosystem, it always starts in Adobe Camera Raw. Then, once it's done there, Then it has to be revamped to be able to work with syncing, with going back and forth between Photoshop. So it has to be reworked to work with Lightroom and reworked to work with Lightroom Classic. And in the past, what has happened is the Adobe Camera Raw team would have a new feature and it would take forever for the Lightroom Classic. And so Adobe Camera Raw was waiting and waiting. So this is the new wording. I'm letting you know this. This isn't funny. I don't know why I laughed. Okay, Camera Raw is the edit develop engine powering the Lightroom clients. New edit features must be built in Camera Raw before the Lightroom clients can adopt them. Unburdened by the additional cataloging, syncing, and other workflow functionalities, Camera Raw can move more quickly to get these desired new features into your editing workflow. Our goal is to eventually port these features into the Lightroom clients. Okay, so what that means, and that's Adobe's official word. What that means is Adobe Camera Raw is going to be moving faster and not waiting for Lightroom and Lightroom Classic. So I have, if somebody is working in Adobe Camera Raw, great. I have no problem. If you have the organizing skills to be able to organize and keep track of your images, and you want to work in Adobe Camera Raw, let it be Photoshop, Bridge, whatever, great. I back you 100%. For me, my organizational skills and how long that I've been using Lightroom Classic, the organizing skills is what I need out of Lightroom Classic. I know what I can do in Photoshop. I love Photoshop. I love Adobe Camera Raw. I need the organization. So, coming from a photography studio and lab background, the wording in Lightroom's UI was a bit confusing at first, not like Photoshop when the tools make sense. Yeah. I got Lightroom Classic when it first was called Photoshop Lightroom, and even the software name was confusing. Yep. Unburdening. My core speak director just exploded. I used to use Bridge in Adobe Camera Raw, and you can get an idea of how much I enjoyed that workflow from the fact that I was part of the Lightroom Classic version 1 beta. We are not getting into a bridge conversation here again. Okay. Assisted culling coming in, same thing. We got that. A photo to video, bring your photos to life as videos. Turning any image into a scroll stopping moment or polished B-roll. They brought... Hyena says, I don't use any program for organizing photos. Hyena, if there are people that have organizing skills that I do not have. Maybe you are one of them and you don't need, you don't have the need for that part of it. Which I'm jealous. Not that I would stop using Lightroom Classic anyway. I think the different scenario, in much of my work, I don't need catalogs. True. I get that, Sandrine. Why have a PC Mac conversion when you can, through Bridge in the ring, throw Bridge into the ring and out of the popcorn? Frank, good to see you, Frank. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. For my personal photography, I need catalogs. I get that. I get that. I'm down with that. Restream bot, do you smell toast? Possibly. Okay, let's see here. Oh, by the way, Gray, I don't know if you've caught on to this. So I'm streaming to 3 different platforms. And that's what I'm using is Restream. And it brings all the chat together for me. All right, let's see. I did not know that Firefly, and oh God, this better be Firefly. I'm so angry at Adobe. We're gonna have to look at this. Okay. What I mean is that Bridge always elicits strong feelings in the same way as Mac versus PC used to be in the past. No, but it's just by Bridge users. I mean, I understand, I hear about it in the meetings, in the expert meetings, and they constantly are like, when's Bridge getting an update? How come Bridge isn't getting any love? Bridge needs more love. Bridge. And it's like, well, take a freaking hint. I mean, really. And so then it's the Bridge users that are feeling neglected and are complaining. I know you love Bridge, Sandrine. And what you do, your work, Sandrine, Bridge works. Frank says, I'm okay, thanks. I've been having trouble logging in the morning since I got back from vacation. Ooh. When's Bridge getting an update, Shawn? When? You know, they told me and I forgot already. Who needs Bridge anyways? Well, okay. Is that Alan's voice? No. No. Who's Alan? Sandrine, shh. This is recorded. Come on. Why did I read that then? God, you're gonna get me in trouble. So this is for Greg. Who needs Bridge anyway? When you have people that are working on InDesign files, PDFs, who's Alan? A series of different file formats that are going to be taken into, let's say, InDesign, including imagery. Bridge is able to deal with all of that. Lightroom Classic isn't made for that. Lightroom Classic is made for and by photographers. So it's based for photography. That's it. If I am working on PDFs and creating InDesign files and doing I could see a benefit of Bridge. I don't work on those things. I don't make that type of stuff. I could see Bridge being helpful if doing a ton of composites in Photoshop. But yeah, at this point, I'm just like, nah. It just seems outdated and unnecessary. It's not unnecessary. It's a little outdated, but my biggest problem is it is a energy hog. Oh my gosh. A few years back, I downloaded Bridge. I opened it. My fans all started up. It was like ready. I couldn't believe what it was doing to my machine. So I closed it, uninstalled it. I mean, I'm like 99% sure it is not installed on this machine. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on, apps. There we go. Yep, it is not on this machine. I use Bridge for everything that isn't photos. Yep. I have Lightroom Classic saving metadata to a disk that I can see edits from Lightroom in Bridge. I get that. I use it a lot for automation, creative credentials, tagging, nice, export with presets. It's slow, yes, but you just need to keep an eye on the cache. They should do something about it. I don't even know if there's a Bridge team. Like, I have not heard. There's a Lightroom team. There's a Lightroom Classic team. There's a Lightroom mobile team. There's, of course, all the Photoshop teams. I've never heard anybody show up and go, I'm the community manager of Bridge. Huh? You are? It gets a new version every year, so someone must be working on it. Maybe they just don't like to talk about it. Maybe they've got them, like down in the basement or something. I don't know. Don't let them out. It's a 2-person team. If any app, let it be. Like I liked XD. I like Dimension. There's apps that have come and gone. A lot of apps. And people are uproar about these being taken away. And it's like, wait a minute. We've never seen, like, I'm in all the freaking meetings, all the Adobe meetings. I've never seen anybody from that team. Like, where'd you go? I get you. I think there's a Bridge team, but they share responsibilities with other software. It's not that great. Well, you've got the Adobe camera, the ACR team is totally separate. So I get that. Maybe people throw them a stale sandwich once in a while while they keep pedaling to produce. The need for the whole building. Oh my God. Oh, the energy. Oh. There would be an absolute uproar if Bridge went away. And so I get that. I get it. I get the purpose of it. I don't get why Adobe left XD dead. They killed it because they were going to buy Figma. That fell through and they just left it. I agree. And that's all we're going to talk about that. Like every now and then I see an XD update and I'm like, oh. Saves the Bridge team. Okay, let's get back into Lightroom. Because it was Hyena who's not been into like this. Okay, we're gonna have to figure this out. The photo to video. I want to see that. Okay, AI powered sharpening by Topaz. Yep. Improved subject masking. Yep, that's both of them. Customizable colored labels. Great. An interactive histogram. Ooh. Performance improvements. All right. Let me jump in. What do we got here? Okay, not that one. We can, will this one work? Yeah, this will work. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let me switch sides. There we go. First off, we're going to do a quick talk about Lightroom class, or Lightroom. Used to be called Lightroom Cloud, but Lightroom. You have a choice. Very important. This has been out for a while now. If you like to use Lightroom, that's fine and dandy. If you want to keep your files local, you can switch to local and actually access your files using local and saving all your edits and your files to the local. You can add it. Here is the new assisted culling. We're not worried about it for this. Same with Dimension. Every time I get an update notification, I get excited. Yep. Minor bug fixes. Yep. I agree. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. I don't like that image. Like, wow. you can see the JPEG. Well, these are unedited. That one's okay. That one's edited. All right. So we are in the edit function, and let's see here. That's okay. Adaptive color. They've got, yeah, let's go with an adaptive color. This is already edited and synced over from Lightroom Classic, and wow, you are freaking slow. Dimension's going to be done when Mac OS 28 comes out. It's an Intel app, so the end of Rosetta 2 means the end of Dimension. Why are you taking so long? What are you doing? Serious? Hello? All right. That looks horrible. Let's get rid of that. Let's just do Adobe Color. That's fine. You can see I've got some, the edits have came over from Lightroom Classic. Now, the whole purpose that I am here is I'm trying to figure out how this is video. Okay, that's our presets. Oh, by the way, Hyena, this was for you. We all know why Adobe Camera Raw added vector scopes. Wait, is it in? Hyena? Okay, I can tell this story. Hold on. Okay, we need. Hyena, this makes me so proud. So happy. Oh my gosh. So, for those of you interested, again, when there are features added to Adobe Camera Raw, eventually they are going to be coming over to the Lightroom ecosystem. It's all because of DaVinci Resolve. Not at all, Hyena. It's some guy, can't remember who. Wait. Local remove tool, enhance reflection. Yeah, I know all that. Fine. Let's jump over it. Not Lightroom. Oh, what image? Command E. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? There we go. All right, we're gonna go filter. Let's do Camera Raw filter. Vector scope, improve select subject. Yep, that's across the board. Vector scope. Bidirectional. Ooh, the bidirectional gradient masks. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get in. Now, I need to find where the vector scope is. So let me see here. I haven't had a chance to play with this yet. Are you under light? No. Where would you be? DaVinci releases the photo tab. Everyone talks about using vector scopes for photos. Weeks later, Adobe Camera Raw releases. Yeah, Oliver, you are right. Where are we? No, they've been working on. I'll tell the story in a minute once I find it. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where the heck it is. I would think it would be with the histogram. That's for Photoshop. Let me switch sides. There we go. All right, let's do it the hard way. You would think it would be like here. Vector scope. Boom. Okay. Very cool. All right. I was in a stream and person was using the Omniscope. I'm only messing around, so no serious. So they were using the Omniscope plugin. And so I was like, hey, what would you like? And vector scope. Hyena, you said, did you not say vector scope? And I actually have it written down right here in my notebook at the very top, vector scope, the Nobi Omni scope 1.1099. And so here we go. For 6 weeks. 6 weeks, they worked on it. In the meeting, I said, okay, I've got people within the community that are using a plugin for Photoshop for Omniscopes. Vector scopes. This is what it is. What is there any word on that? And the community manager was like, that's hilarious that you bring that up because it's coming out in the next update. He goes, I hope it comes out in the next update. We can never promise because something will change, but hopefully it comes out in the next update. And I'm like, yeah. So Nobe is the reason they did it. Well, no, it has been highly asked for in the forums. People have been asking for it. And when people ask for it, Adobe will knock it out in 6 weeks. So, that's the whole purpose. The whole reason of the forums is for stuff like this. Hi, Uma. And this, there's another feature that is coming that Hyena is going to be very happy with. But it's not out yet, so I cannot say it. But the vector scope, like the idea of me going into the meeting, oh, okay, yeah, I see it being highly asked for. Yes. Umacorn, how are you today? I hope you're staying cool. I've never went into a meeting and was like, hey, this is what the community wants. What's going on with it? And they go, oh yeah, it's coming out. Great question. It's coming out. And I said, thank you so much. And I'm going to take 100% of the credit that once it's released, that it was because I brought it to you. I strongly believe it was because DaVinci Resolve, nobody does it better. Why does it matter? The reason. I mean, if it takes competition for Adobe to move and to make an app better, that's good. Because I'm a Sony shooter. Okay. And so personally, I couldn't care less if a freaking 6-year-old came up to somebody in Adobe and is like, hey, what if we got this? And they're like, that's a great idea. And it comes out 6 weeks later. I'm totally happy with it. As long as it makes the app better. Now, we're going to move on. So the other one is the masking. So let's get into the masking. And this, I haven't tried it yet. Let's grab a linear gradient. And they have right here under linear gradient, the bi-directional. So you got to turn this on, right? Turn that on. And let's go ahead. We're going to pull this out. And we can pull it. Let's make it smaller. And as you can see, what is occurring here is with the bi-directional, and let's make a serious adjustment. So it is going from white, it's going from black to white to black for this mask. And you can see the mask right there. So you can end up putting it someplace very specific. Let's go the other way. Oh, that's horrible. Dark is better. Let's see what options. We've got presets, new adjustment preset. Okay. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've had features I requested in meetings come up as well, but they're very small niche stuff that were probably easy to implement, like toggle on something. Well, those are great. Mostly in Adobe Express. Those are great. I really want to like Resolve. I tried it when Apple ruined iMovie. I've tried it a few times since, but I just don't get on with it versus Premiere. I almost missed my mouth there. So that is cool. That's cool. I like that feature. I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to cancel out of that. Cancel all changes and dismiss camera raw. Yes, please. Okay, let's do this. Don't save. Now, we're going to jump back into Lightroom. I want to figure this out because so far certain features that have come up I've not been happy with. So they have create a movie. Sandrine says that's why I don't understand people who moan and never post their requests / grievances on the forums. I hate to say it, it's human nature. Sure, it may get ignored, but it will not get ignored if you say nothing. It will get ignored. Sure, it'll get blah, blah, blah. Yes, you're right, Sandrine. Here's the thing. There are features that on Twitch, I try to follow photographers on Twitch and see their workflow, see what they're working in. And I pay attention and I'm like, okay. And there's certain things, prime example, within Photoshop, within Lightroom Classic, having multiple people in a group, being able to copy and paste edits between the people's masks. So you have individual masks for the people. Being able to copy and paste between them, but still having the ability to adjust. Let's say somebody's wearing a dark, one person's wearing a light sweater. Like, you want to copy and paste for their facial features to make it look even, but you still want the individual way to get in and adjust their sweater. There are workarounds, but the difference is being able to copy and paste between 5 people would be so much easier. So I took it to the team, the Lightroom Classic team, and I'm like, this is what this person wants to be able to do. And they're like, hold on. And they're like, this feature was requested when it first came out, when multiple people masking came out, and a person posted it in the forum and it got 1 upvote. After that meeting, it had like 10 upvotes. So we'll see. But yeah, if things don't get upvoted, it won't be added. All right. Let me see. Where is this feature? Now I know Lightroom has a better editing functionality for video, whereas you can edit like 1 frame and it'll edit through them all. Oh, Sandrine says, oh, I'd love that. For the moment, I copy the mask, edit, and then remove the mask and recreate the mask. Publish. Okay, how is this? Where would this be? Second monitor, I don't need that. Oh, here's another big thing that like Lightroom does not have syncing for editing, but down here they've got the new well, get back here, copy edit settings, or it's updated, I should say. Yeah. Lens blur. I'm not sure where this is. I am not sure. I don't want that. Okay. You can come back now. This is just weird. Like, this is, I don't like this. If you're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that you can do video now, that there's Firefly, make it a little freaking obvious. If you're gonna add a new functionality, like, come on, make it obvious. Like, up here, it should be, okay, what do you want? Auto, black and white, HDR? Don't do this. Yeah, I know. That's our HIST versions. I can't, if it says open in Firefly, it's supposed to be able to take an image and turn it into a movie. Photo to video. Generate. Okay, where? You're in the pull down menu, you freaking jerk. Uma, what are you writing? As I'm reading this, I think, why do you have to create the mask if you already have a copy? Probably would make more sense if I saw it. Okay. Enhance with AI, generate upscale, AI sharpen, generate video. Yeah, I know. I've got credits. I've used a ton of credits. So let's see the models. We have a choice. This, again, this pisses me off. And I've told the team this. I'm like, why by default is a third-party model coming up? Why? Why? Like, it should be Firefly. This is Adobe. Okay. How many? Uses 250 credits. Uses 100 credits. 5-second duration. All right, so it's Firefly. All right. Firefly in Lightroom. Adobe sent me an email the other day about buying Firefly credits. Not sure what they think I'll need them for when I have unlimited ones. In the Discord, Oliver, we are just getting stupid freaking questions. It's so utterly confusing. Who gets credits? Who doesn't get credits? Who has unlimited credits? Who doesn't? Which feature? And it's constantly changing. Okay, speaking of that, everything else you're supposed to be able to check. All right, not in Lightroom. Lightroom doesn't have that. Let's get out of that. Why is syncing paused? Let's sync. Oh, I meant to go to Photoshop. I'm sorry. Why are you not switching to Photoshop? Oh, because it's not there. Ugh. Yeah, the last few days, well, I think I've used probably 200 credits in Prompt Jockey. 240 credits, but I've used 600 and what? It resets tomorrow? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We had, okay. I'm gonna close. Oh, are you serious? Yeah, back it up. Back it up. Well, that's backing up. I just made the catalog and it wants me to back it up. Alrighty, here we go. Good day, Daytor. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, I know. The, this is where I want to go. There's some features that are gonna be like unlimited for a year. I have the 4,000 from the Creative Cloud app and then an additional 4,000. So, yeah. All right. So what we're going to be working on is creating a Behance project. So I want to start working on maybe getting a pattern going for the background, and possibly the banners. That is really banding. Jesus, that looks bad. I haven't decided if I'm probably going to make it in Photoshop and use the slice tool, but we'll probably be jumping back and forth between Photoshop and Illustrator. So let's go ahead. I need to get Illustrator open. Open. We have been all over today, people. We've been Photoshop, Adobe Camera Raw, Lightroom Classic, Lightroom, Illustrator. We've been everywhere. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to open that. What? What? The account you're signed into, that you, what? Who owns it? Hmm? Okay. No. I was gonna get my laptop. I have one freaking account. I don't have multiple accounts. Okay, wait. Can't open the file. The account you signed in don't have access. What? All right. When you open a cloud document, if you get the error, can't open file, the account you signed in doesn't have access to this file, contact the owner for more info. The issue is likely with the Creative Cloud Library Synchronizer. Come on. The Creative Cloud Library Synchronizer isn't working, and Finder applications utility. Okay. Oh, this is not making me happy. What am I looking for? Utilities. It's alphabetical, so the bottom, Shawn. All right, what am I looking for? App background activity. App background activity? What the heck is that? I'm off. Have a great stream. Take care, Hyena. Thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. Adobe. Well, where'd you just go? I just saw you. Adobe Synchronizer. Adobe Synchronizer. 0% CPU. Now it's at 0.1. Right. Hey, Alex. Where'd my file go? Come on, Adobe. It's not. It says it's running. This is... Has anybody had this problem before? App background. Library syncing. All right. I don't even see this app background. Ugh. Okay, Creative Cloud. Yeah. Not Acrobat. Adobe Cloud Libraries. Adobe Cloud Libraries. Got the Content Synchronizer. This is some thrilling content here. Adobe Illustrator. Have a great day, Sandrine. Take care. Adobe Content. Adobe Content Synchronizer. All right. I want to know if you figure this out because my libraries often stay out of sync. This is something totally different. Devlin. So usually for me, when there's syncing issues, what I will do is I will open up Photoshop or I will open up Illustrator and open up the libraries, let them load, and then I will go in and go out of that library and go into another one. What are we in? We're in art and nature, and making sure that it loads. And usually that fixes it for me. And I'm like, okay, great, and I can move on. And that's syncing up to date. Okay, you are up to date. So open up Illustrator again. That's lovely, but mine doesn't cooperate like that. There's something in the forms. Oh, we weren't opening. Where is it? Devlin, I can't remember where it's at. It's someplace in, most of my stuff is on different network and local, so I can work while it stews. All right. There. Wow. Okay. All right. It worked. There we go. It worked. Happy, happy, joy, joy. All right. Ooh, we didn't see Caroline today. We did not. So we've got our color palette there. Let me open this, and I'm not sure which one of these. No. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do window arrange. Yeah, window arrange. Oh, you can't do that. Why can't you do that? What fixed it was not paying attention. I had to let the so within my Creative Cloud, it said library syncing, but it didn't say up to date. So I had to be patient enough for it to say up to date. Then it opened. That's it. That's it. I like the little bugs and butterflies. What do we have here? I want to stick with these. Let's do. I say we do a bug and butterfly. Bug and butterfly pattern. What do you think, chat? And let's grab Go ahead, ungroup that. Like that one. Grab that one. Wait. Oh, why are you grouped? You're not grouped? Nope. Are you grouped? Nope. Okay, let's copy that. Let's come over here. Let's click here. Let's paste these three in. Okay, let's select these three. Let's go up, go to our recolor. And let's do swatch group. Grab that. And that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like those. Okay, let's jump over into Photoshop. Let's close the doodle game for now. Let's do new file. 1500 by 1500 should work for this. Now let's jump over back into Illustrator. Will it bring these over as individual objects? That's the question. Let's jump back over. Command V. And let's bring this over as layers. Hit OK. And this is probably, might be really big. Yep, they're freaking huge. They're a little big. They're a little big. So Command T. Whoa. Oh, come on now. All right. That's kind of strange. All right, I'm fine with it. That's been an issue for a long time. It just stops syncing when it's not in active use, or you have to give it a kick and wake it up again. Yeah. These are kind of small. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn all these into smart objects really quick. And contains nested layers. Yeah, I don't care. By the way, chat. Are we doing the doodle game today? Ooh, I do not like that.
Unzero variable just redeemed doodle game.
I think I need to bring these in. Oliver, thank you for that. We are going to be getting started shortly. You know what? I haven't done a darn thing today. Okay, that's saved. I'm good with that. We can get rid of that. Don't save. We've got our bugs to get started. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Let's go ahead and quit Illustrator. Okay, I'm back on my normal computer, so I got my Wacom tablet. Hopefully it's charged. If not, we might need to plug it in. We are playing the Doodle game. Welcome in, everybody. At the end of my streams, I have a redeem in which we end up playing the Doodle game, which is a ripoff of Pictionary. When I do this, I draw poorly, and chat guesses what it is. Let's hit B for our brush. We've got everything looks like it's set up. Had to think what that was again. Human. Yeah. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. It will not be carrot. All right. I need like 10 seconds. I need some more water. And so I will be back and we'll get the Doodle game going. Hang out, everybody. Thank you for the mini dance party there, Devlin. All right. Okay, we're going to be starting with easy. So if you want to guess, just type in chat what you think it is. This is easy. This is super easy. Let me get rid of my contextual taskbar. I guess I can share that. Hide it. Okay. Is everybody ready? Here we go. Hello? A horizon? A childish drawing of a line. Dupe bug. Oliver? If you would have said the whole thing horizon line, I would have given it to you. How you doing, Dupe bug? Great to see you. I was expecting you, of all people, to say horizon line. But Dupe came in with the childish drawing of a line. Dupe, good to see you. Horizontal line. Oh, it was line? Yeah, it was line. I've heard you have trouble waking Adobe Sensei. Line. I don't think so. Not Adobe Sensei. I had problems waking up App Syncer or Library Syncer. It's that easy because we're on easy. Line. I mean, if my bad is brother Adobe Sensei. I thought there'd be more. Yeah. I was going to draw an actor on a stage holding a skull with a question mark over his head. Line? But I think that would have been tough. Hey, Vikram, you're just in time. How you doing, Vikram? This is medium. Okay, okay. Interesting. Hmm. All right. We need a new layer. Sundune, Fantasy 4, a birdhouse, a pendulum. Good job, Devlin. A pendulum. That was medium. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, like, it's not really a common word unless you have a grandfather clock, you know? Like, in today's day and age, when do you use a pendulum when you're learning piano, of course. Then you have a pendulum and with, you know, old clocks. When else would you use the word pendulum? And I didn't even think of making the pendulum for the rhythm. In the rhythm of the night. Oh. Pendulum. All right. Hard. I only have a grandfather watch. This is just this is just too funny. But do you know a pendulum's favorite music genre? No, would it be? No, I don't, Dude Bug. Swing. Oh. Oh. Okay, here we go, people. Sunrise. Sunrise. Oliver got it. First guess. Speed bump. That's funny. Sunrise. Why is that very hard? Pendulum is medium, or this is hard. Like, come on. Come on. Nice sprinkler too? Oh, it could have been. Could have been. All right, really hard. I almost said the word out loud. You've gotten this one before, Devlin, and I'm not going to do it again because I don't know how to do it a different way, but it's Eureka. We're not going to do that one. Oh. Oh, chat. Hey, you peeps. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Woo, woo. Oh. This one had me nervous. A person pointing at someone who stinks. Eureka! I don't like Eureka. Okay. Let's make this one more difficult.
Dupebug just redeemed IRL voice ban. Dupebug. Man, Dupebug, you're killing me. Okay, try. Great job. I'm like, this is the only, come on.
Charlie Brown. And so we had the rugby ball, not a football, the goalposts, and you score in rugby is called a try. Ads. We need more ads. Great job getting there. A little difficulty with the help of Dupebug. Oh my gosh. Didn't know that term. I don't know for rugby, not football. Rugby. There's no try in football. Rugby. Without the rugby, that would have been super hard. Super hard. Oh, it's a rugby goal? Of course it is. Like the insect in your carpet. Rugby. A try. American football goals are a different shape. They are a completely different shape. That's why I drew rugby goalposts. All right. Huh. Brain fade. Yeah. I gotta think, what's the best way to do this? Okay, I'm gonna stick with this. We're all right. Tell us a word and we'll give you a suggestion. I don't doubt it. Trigonometry point. Baseball, okay. A batter, a patter, a home run. First base, yep, second base. Double. A double. When you hit the ball and you run to second base, it is called a double. Sports ball. Woohoo, go sports. Hey. Okay, or chat, the word double. how would you illustrate the word double? If you were trying to say, okay, oh, Devlin, not Duke Bug. How? Draw two identical things. I just drew 3 squares and I couldn't draw them identical. Tim Hortons coffee with 2 cream and 2 sugar is a double-double. I don't know what team. Bus, a double-decker bus. Okay, that's a good one. I don't think ice cream, that's 2 scoops. You don't say a double. I don't think so. A 50mm shot. Double-decker bus. Okay, all right. I will give you that for sure. Double-decker bus. Give me a double. Huh. Chat. Chat. This is tough. Okay, here we go. Draw a lizard. All right. Scribble a flower, pour over, drip coffee. Concentrate, beer bong, funnel. Okay, Umacorn. A channel, a chute. Dewbug! Fun! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh, Dewbug. I didn't think this was gonna work. I did not think that was gonna work. So if you're not following along, Umacorn got funnel, and funnel is the long word, but I want a short word at the beginning. Fun. It's our lactic pick. Fun. Wow. I didn't think that was gonna work. Good job, dupe. Fun. You guys are smart and stuff. You can have a lot of fun with a funnel. That's the connectoral shape pit. Oh, Boba Fett. They threw Boba Fett into. Boba Fett. Uh, Boba feta. I like that. Is that like feta cheese with boba? Boba tea? Boba tea? Oh my gosh. There's only one thing I can think about. It sounds horrible, but has potential. Oh, I forgot the word. You got me laughing, Megan. What is it? Okay. I may have to cheat. Please cheat anyway. Okay. Pop a top. Okay. I need to grab a different brush. Canned cheese. Canned cheese. A prank. Brand designed. A spray can. Graffiti. Hair dye. Not blonde. Ginger. Dupe bug. Ginger ale. 4 non-blondes. I did not know how to draw ginger. So ginger ale, not a bottle blonde, but a can redhead. Oh, Oliver. I'm sitting there thinking like, I don't know what ginger looks like. I mean, I guess I could have tried to draw like it's a knobby root. I'm growing ginger. It's a small lumpy potato. Ugh. I mean, I like ginger, don't get me wrong. Nice cow. I don't think I want to do this. I don't want to do this one. Yeah, we're not going to do it. Oh! That's new. A person with red hair works well, though. Yeah, I love red hair. There was a young woman that I was in the theater with, and she had like really curly, big red hair. I mean, really red. And I liked it. I thought it looked great. And she was in the grocery store. I know I've told this story before. She was in the grocery store and she was looking at shampoo. And a woman came up behind her and stopped and looked at her and went, "Why would you dye your hair that color?" She told me that and I was like, oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I mean, okay. My goat, when it's not gray, is red. So I have a ginger goat, which is really crazy because I've got no red hair on my head, but my goat turns red. It's kind of cool. I like it. I've been drinking these ginger shots. Ooh. Because none of your concern. Yes. Sesame ginger chicken. That does sound good. It's so freaking hot here. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I forgot what the word was. Hold on. Okay, we're back. We're back. I have some ginger and some tea. It's quite nice. Nice. Okay. Here we go, people. My brother-in-law is like that. Red bear with brown hair. Whoops. Oh well. Red beards are a genetic trait. I am a complete and utter port mutt, so yeah, it could be. Or I mean, I don't doubt it. Calyx? Scaffolding? Wall safe? Oh, make it shorter, Devlin. Make it shorter. I mean, lockers? No. Devlin got it. P.O. boxes. P.O. boxes, but I'll accept post office. Post boxes. I'll accept it. P.O. box. Better than a B.O. box. Oh, you have no idea what a... Well, there's many different... So these are the newer styles where you just have the key. This is the vintage that is just beautiful, where you've got your like 4-digit or 3-digit code and it's letters. You can see it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the vintage style, which are just gorgeous. How ornate they are. No, that's a bad one. This one here, because you can rent different sizes. So if you get a lot of mail, if you're a business, and you can get these big ones down here, and the old ones had the key and also a knob. So if you lost the key, you could use the knob and do the code to do the code to get in. And then you have the different styles. You know, you could have just a small letter one, like, oh, I only get a couple letters, no big deal. Or you could pay more and get a big one. I do like, oh, here, this is the style. This one I really like also. This is an older one where you can actually see in it, that's glass. So you can tell, you walk up, you can tell if you've got something, and if not, you just walk away. You don't have to open it. So yeah, post office boxes have gone a long way. Some really cool old ones. Yeah, so there you go. That's a post office box. Now, the more you know. All right, let's get this ready. I got time for a couple more. People. Ooh. I think we've done this one. Oh, we've done that one. We've done that one a couple times. You can choose to have it delivered here, so it just comes to your normal address instead of having to go get it. No, okay, so Oliver. So people will have post office boxes at locations where they don't live. Or if they live someplace that's not safe, like people steal your mail. If I'm getting ready to move to Kansas City, I will open up a post office box and start moving my addresses, giving change of addresses, and then all of my mail will go to the post office box. And I will keep that for a few months until I find a house. That way, if I'm living in a hotel when I move, but also here, I live in Germany and I have an American post office box. And because it's on a military base, it is just as if somebody was mailing something to New York City. So it's getting shipped to Germany. I pick it up here, but I have a PO box. And then if I'm putting mail on hold in the United States is a different thing, where they hold it for a specific time and then you go and pick it up. I had to look up why people would get a PO box. Yeah, they don't want to publish their real address. Yeah, that's a big thing. People break into the apartments boxes. My roadside box is rural and often pilfered. Yeah, PO boxes are just, to me, it's a common way of life. I've had PO boxes, like I said, every single time I move. So Yeah. I'll put it this way. I probably have had a P.O. box about the equal amount of time, if not, than not having one. Okay, what are we at? Don't doodle finished. No, I said we'll do 2 more. Mail theft isn't the same issue here because we don't have external mailboxes. Here's the other thing. You have to remember, our bank, now I don't know what your banking system is, Oliver, but in the United States, the banking system is different also. So mail theft is big, like can be really bad. And that's another reason. Yeah, mail, like if you're waiting to get checks and your cat, you know, whatever, money. Okay, here we go. Whoa, that's a horrible line. Diving board, diving. Coach. Swimmer, belly flop. Jumpy McJump face, rib, swimmer, dive. Forward. Water sports. Splash. Diver. Unicorn. Diver. Nice job. Diver. I mean, you guys got diving board and all of that. Nice. Nice. Okay. Last one, people. Diver. Okay, I thought someone had already said diver, but no, they did not. They said diving board. They were all over pool and diving board and Come on. I think we've done this one before. Intern. Um. This is gonna be freaking hard. Okay. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Shawn, you big stupid poop. Okay. Creative Art Mouse. Application. Oh. Okay, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this. Oh my God, Oliver! Oh. I cannot, Oliver. Holy crud. App. Oh, Devlin got it. Apparatus. Photo Devlin, I can't believe it. I can't believe that. I was halfway through typing it. Well then, good job to you too. So we have our app. Three. A. B. C. App. That's a horrible rat. Rat. And the U-U-S. And if you got that far, you know you didn't even need the A. Apparatus. Oliver, I was thinking of doing some type of old-timey exercise machine, but I didn't think we'd get there. Oh my gosh. Apparatus. Woo. Okay. Good job. Good job. Photo illustrated one mouse flag. All right, so in less than 2 hours, so in about an hour and a half, I'm going to be live with Jack on the Firefly Discord doing Prompt Jockey. What we're going to be working on is, I don't have a freaking clue. We'll figure it out together. So there is Adobe Live happening also. I don't know what's happening. And make sure to watch everybody else's streams this weekend. It's going to be a hot one. Hopefully everybody can stay cool. Thanks for hanging out today. It was fun going through all the updates and checking everything out. And I think that's all I got. So everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay creative, and just be nice. Thank you all for being here. I wouldn't do it without you. Not a chance. Bye, everyone.